let me just jump straight into this. If you were a young man, let me tell you something right now. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a very difficult climb to the top. Um, you have a lot of potential as a young man. You have nothing though. Whether you're starting from the hand downs or to the hand me downs, still going to be very difficult because it's a mindset that you must adopt. From the mental strength training to the physical training to the ambition of a hustler to the attraction of the opposite gender. There's a lot of plays that you got to make, a lot of training you have to do. The things I see within my generation with the men around me to a certain degree are none of those cards in play. It's a lot of lopsided shit happening within the male feminization of today. And it's our downfall. If you're looking for a change, take me for an example. I was skinny. I was very incapable of presenting myself as a man due to the fact that I was raised by a single mother, no father in the household, and it took myself and my sure will and the power of God to help me walk through the path of manhood, which I'm still walking on today. Don't get me wrong. I'm not where I want to be, and neither are you. So, some traits that I find that help with that success that you should adopt as well are mental strengthening by your physical health, mental health, and game. We'll just call it game. So, what are the 3 steps they could take into that lifestyle? Or what you should be doing already? Well, step 1 for physical health is starting a schedule for the time you're going to enter that stage, whether it's a physical gym, a home gym, or just getting on the floor and doing push-ups. It all equates to what time you do it, how long you do it for, and the end effect of how you keep that stabilized, meaning food, the amount of protein you put into your body. I'm not going to get onto that. That's just part of a step that allows you to help drain yourself from pussiness, because that's what you are. 2, mental health. What are you doing now that you find that isn't an asset to you right now? I could probably describe a few. Porn, video games, scrolling on TikTok, scrolling through Instagram, DMing women who will never text you back. You're only texting them because they're fine, and that's it. Waste of time, waste of energy, and honestly, it's a put down on your motivation because half of them aren't going to respond. And honestly, you probably feel nothing at this point because you took so many rejection, too many delivered, too many left unread. You don't feel nothing, but you keep doing it. Mental strengthening involves the understanding of you are not nothing right now. As of right now, you are nothing. Just a blank sheet of paper that will eventually either be organized or folded. Folded into a origami of whatever the fuck you want, or a painting, or it could be sculpted. How many wet pieces of paper does it take to mold something? I'm just using that as a narrative to what you could start thinking of doing with yourself. But that doesn't involve the bullshit that you're doing now, because we didn't have these cell phones until 5 years, and we're getting too much status or statistics or written articles on the news of how men are depressed and how men are this and men are that and we're losing our masculine, whatever. It's true to a certain degree because you're the one wearing the shoes, but you're still a fucking man. So fucking do something about it. I'm 20. It took me 3 years to get to 120 pounds. Half of it's muscle. Half of the women I pulled are the women that I wanted and I found attractive and they found me attractive. What the fuck can you say about that? Nothing. Whether I recorded it through a lens from point A to point B, you don't have to believe me. But what I'm saying now is true. I have nothing. I had nothing when I first started. I still don't have what I want, but the steps I took allowed me to become what I've always wanted. But now I want more. So should you, as a man. And you deserve it. You just have to put in the work. So, step 3. How are you going to get that girl? How? And better question is, you get the girl. How do you prove that? Well, honestly, you don't have to prove nothing, but how do you continue on with this girl? And how do you continue on with the respect that she gives you? Because again, being with a woman involves not a lot from your end, but a lot from her end that you have to cater to, which you shouldn't. The only reason you are is because you have nothing to fall back on. Because you're still broke. You still give in to the mental anguish of her desires and her bullshit and her complaining that you'll just fall and collapse to your knees until it's okay, until it's better, until it feels like the first date again. Let me tell you something. You pull the girl, you fuck her a couple times, boom, 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 it's a couple years. Eventually, things get comfortable. You only pulled her because of the first 2 steps, but eventually those 2 steps die off because of how comfortable she gets and she wants you to get. You're gonna be inside all day because she requests it. You're gonna be laying down all day because she requests it. Netflix movies every Saturday night, Sunday night, every Monday, whatever. It's gonna happen. You never did that every Saturday and Sunday because you were working too damn hard to get who you were right now. But you let it collapse because of a woman. So, that's just something to keep in mind. But right now, you can't even pull the girl you want. You're stuck fucking the fat bitch. And you deserve better. And those type of women should die off, in my opinion. But you, on the other hand, that's what you get because that's what you deserve. But as of right now, you need to work on game. Game comes with confidence. Where do you get confidence from? It's definitely not handed down, but you could definitely get rejected enough times where it's like you can compare it to muscle gain. You could lift the weights, but you're not going to see any results. Same thing with rejection. You get rejected enough times, it's all the same shit. No, ew, gross, fuck off, whatever, whoa, what? Eventually you end up learning how to build a certain type of game to get around the steps you need to take that can pull a woman to your liking. You just gotta know how to approach it. You have potential to the person watching this if you're a man. If you're a woman, life's on easy mode and you're probably laughing at this, which is okay. But to the men who have nothing, you're probably gonna beat your dick after this because you're weak. But to the ones that take this seriously, it's time to make a change, to make a stance, because who knows how long we got, me and you. I think it's safe to say that you deserve more, and you deserve to at least get a piece of paper and write out your goals on how you're going to achieve them. Write as many as you want. Write 10, okay, if you wrote them. Scratch out the most useless ones that you find, but leave 3 left, and I want you to complete them on a time scale from within a year. I want it to be that difficult. I want it to be that difficult and that big of a goal that you find steps to take them, you climb that mountain, and you complete them. I don't want them to be easy goals though. I want it to be really challenging, and that you know that it's gonna make you subside from the TikTok to the porn, to the DMs, to the whatever. I want those to be 3 goals that you focus on, and I'll do the same for myself. I'll explain that in the next video. But as of right now, I want you to worry about yourself, and I want you to worry about how you're gonna do it. Until then, you're a fucking loser. Get better.